Hey y'all, gonna talk today about my favorite YouTube pipe presenters. Smoking one of my little Missouri Mission cobs, and in it, Lane HGL. Good stuff. So I just gotta say that the YouTube pipe community is great. It's awesome. I love it, and I was just super enthusiastic the day that I found the community itself, the YouTube pipe community. But then when I found out, I know that pipe smoking is kind of it's a small community, but it's large in itself. And when I found out that there were so many people and so many guys doing pipe videos, it was great. It was awesome, and it really helped me on my journey finding the YouTube pipe community. It really guided me. If I needed answers, it was great. And when I found out that there was people on YouTube making videos about pipe smoking, it really helped me. And I'm grateful for it. So, these are just some of the channels I found that sort of guided me, mentored me on my journey thus far. And I watch a lot of other channels, a lot of other presenters, a lot of other videos, but these are some that I've just come back to and just come to love, really. One of the first ones I found was a guy named Stogie Farts. And it was nice when I found him because I think we're similar in age. He may be a little older than me, but it was nice to find a young guy, had a family, just kind of doing his thing, working, making a living, smoking pipes in the evening. And I just identified with that. And I really started watching his videos. They were short. It was just him kind of in his backyard smoking. I don't even know if he's still active. I hadn't searched him in a while. He hadn't posted any content in a while, but I enjoyed his videos. Stogie Farts. He's a funny guy. Yep. So the second one's gonna be a guy named MuttonChop Piper, the godfather of pipe smoking community on YouTube. And a lot of you guys probably already know all these guys. You're probably thinking, why would you even name these guys? We know these guys are great, but I want to recognize them. And I'm just gonna say, if you've heard of all these guys, great. If you've heard of all of them but one, check that one out. If you haven't heard of any of them, check them all out. But MuttonChop Piper, yep, great channel. Great guy, really helped me, and I'll go ahead and say that I owe him a great debt because he showed me the breath method. The first person to ever mention the breath method at all. Never heard of it before. He not only showed me that it was a thing, but also showed me how to do it through YouTube, and changed my pipe smoking. Changed me. If you haven't heard of MuttonChop, check him out. If you haven't heard of the breath method, check out MuttonChop's video on the breath method. Okay, that'll be two things you can check out at one time if you're hungry for something. Okay, and the rest of his videos are great. He's got a lot of content. He's been on YouTube a while. 75K subscribers, going for 100,000. MuttonChop, but check him out, MuttonChop Piper. All right. Number 3, George Bruno. George, thank you. I found George through the pipe content, through his pipe videos. That's how I found him. And I started watching his other stuff. Mainly his Daybreak show. Great content. George changed me. Changed me as a man, Great channel, great guy, but I love his pipe videos too. He sits out in his shed. He's another one of these guys that's got a shed, like you guys have sheds. Go out and sit and smoke in your shed. He's got a shed, the Van Gogh room, he calls it. He sits out there and smokes, and he's done some few reviews. But great channel, love his content. Check him out, George Bruno. Might be under Listen My Son now. Might check that out. I think that's him now. Number 4, Eric, the blue collar pipe smoker. Eric, great guy. Another one of those guys. He's a little older than me, but I still feel like he's sort of where I'm at in my life, where he's just kind of going to work, doing his thing, coming home and enjoying his family and smoking his pipes, enjoying his tobaccos, and I really like the way he thinks about pipe smoking, that it's an old thing. If I'm not mistaken, he's a history teacher, and he loves history, and I can tell that by the way he talks about history. And in fact, some of my favorite videos from him are his history videos, where he talks about American history. It's great stuff. I love them. But he talks about pipes and tobacco, and just great channel. And he is another one of those that likes to think about and appreciates the heyday of pipe smoking in the 40s and the 50s and some of those just great old American times. He really identifies with those times, and I do too, and I feel like we share that. So great guy, great channel. I especially love all his nostalgia videos. Wonderful content. It's just great. It's just great pipe stuff. Check him out. Blue collar pipe smoker. Great name, blue collar pipe smoker. Number 5, Beans 316. And this guy is just sort of a matter of fact, give you my honest thoughts. That's what he says. And he does. He's done a lot of reviews, and he just sits in his shop and smokes and tells you what he thinks about it. If he likes it, he tells you. If something's up with it, he tells you. And I just like the kind of frank, matter of fact way he does his videos. The way he thinks, it just seems real simple. He's just gonna kind of sit there and tell you what he's feeling and what he's experiencing, and I just like the way he does it. Beans 316, got a cool shop. I think he also makes pipes. He seems like he sits in his shop and does his videos, and seems like he's got a lot of shop tools around, probably really good with his hands. But his videos are really cool, and he's done a lot of tobacco reviews. And check out his cellar video, man. It's killer. He's got like a pool table that there's not a free spot on the whole thing. It's just covered with tobacco. Awesome cellar. Really cool video. So Beans 316. And on this relight of this HDL, which is it's good. It brings me to number 6, which is Matches 860. Rest in peace, Matches. Yep, Matches 860. Great channel, great content. I love the way he just sits, talks, puffs his pipe. That's all I'm really after in a video. And a lot of times when I'm on YouTube, I'm searching pipe videos, I just want somebody that's going to sit there and smoke a pipe, talk about pipe smoking and tobacco. But a lot of times I'm not watching, I'm listening, and I just like that he sits there and talks, and he tells tales, stories, ghost stories. He gives his work history. An older guy. He tells stories from when he was a kid, and I'm not sure how old he was. I think he was in his 60s when he died. We lost him last year before, but stories from when he was a kid, which would be, I think, around the 60s. Good stories. I just love to watch his videos where he sits and talks, and his videos are still up. His content's great. He's got a lot of videos, a lot of content, cool intros, tobacco reviews. He loved his haunted bookshop. He liked HGL too. I watched his review of HGL lots of times, and I enjoy HGL very much. But he's an older guy, kind of like MuttonChop, so I always trusted all of his pipe content when he talked about cleaning his pipes and the way he tasted his tobaccos. It's just nice to have an older fellow like that that's got the experience you need to hear with a hobby like this. Yep, Matches, great channel, Matches 860. Okay, next is going to be Hobbiton Piper, Kevin. He's a fairly new channel, new to me, but great content. Again, he's another one of those guys that just sits there, smokes his pipe, and just talks, and that's great. I love that kind of content. And he talks about movies sometimes, and we identify with some of the movies we like. He's a Lord of the Rings fan, big Lord of the Rings fan. And he's done some great tobacco reviews, and I really love the way he does his tobacco reviews. I feel like, again, I identify with him on a lot of the tastes he gets and a lot of the feelings he gets from these smells of the tobaccos, especially these drugstore blends. And the way he talks about the Virginias and the appreciating the earth tones and everything, it's just, I like the way he does his videos. They're simple. And I tell you, that Hobbiton life, boy, Hobbit's life, it would be great. It would be great if we could all just let go and live that life. Probably take to it. Yeah, I love the way he tells stories. Again, he'll tell stories from his childhood, and it's just good stuff. And all the while he's smoking his pipe. He's talked about how he stores his tobacco and things like that, and that's always good stuff. So, check him out. Hobbiton Piper. Hey, girl. Number 8, New Age Pipe Smokers. And this channel is kind of new to me, but it's good stuff. There seems to be a group of guys, and they're all younger guys, my age, a little older maybe. Some of them a little younger. And they all make videos, it seems to be separately, and post them on this channel. And it's great content. New Age Pipe Smokers. And a lot of different guys with different views. One guy does this thing called How Bad Could It Be? Good stuff. It's great to watch him. He's usually in his car, and he's just kind of fires it up and tells you what he's thinking. It's generally a blend that's, I guess you would say, infamous, or maybe has sort of an icky reputation, sort of. And it's pretty good. How bad could it be? And there's just some good guys that get on there and talk about, what pipe smoking means to them and stuff. And it's a good channel. New Age Pipe Smokers. Number 9, Mike Rondo. A shed warrior. Got a smoking shed. Man, this is good. I just got like a buttery, caramelly, toasted cookie note. Mike Rondo, shed warrior. Another one of these guys that sits in his shed, does pipe reviews, tobacco reviews. I've watched a great deal of them, many of them, man. He again, just sits there and gives you his honest thoughts on it. It's great stuff. Mike Rondo also kind of can ramble, but his rambles are pretty interesting. A lot of times, he'll ramble about things that I've rambled about recently in my own mind. You know, just life thoughts and things, and that's good stuff. And I really like listening to Mike and watching his videos, and I think he makes a lot of sense on some of the things he says. And again, I think he's just another one of these guys that's just kind of living life, trying to figure this thing out, navigate things, and enjoy some good pipe tobaccos in the process. And he's got a family. Cool looking shed, man. Awesome shed. Seems to live up north somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where he lives, but he's got an accent like I don't. Well, it's fun to hear him talk. Mike Rondo. All right, number 10. The Pipe Cottage. Alan Harrelson. Dr. Alan Harrelson. Yeah. Great channel, great channel. I think the first video of his I found it because I love cobs. And I saw one of his first videos I think he posted was corn cob pipes, an American tradition, or yeah, I think that's what it's called. And I thought, wow, this is great. This is a great looking video. Checked it out, and I'm pretty sure it didn't even have his face on it. One of his first videos didn't even have him. It just was him talking, and his voice is great. He's I think he's from South Carolina, and yeah, got a Carolina accent, and you just hear his voice on this video, and it was him talking about corncob pipes with that accent, and it was great. And I follow him from then on, and every one of his videos has been great, and I love watching his content. I love his voice. I think he makes a lot of sense with some of the points he makes about life and things, and sort of the way he feels and the way he sees things, and some of the things he's been through and things he's learned. Some of the pipe tobacco blends that he mentions are blends that, you know, are pretty cool blends. I like that he likes books, you know, that's pretty cool. He likes to sit and read and smoke. Really well put together channel. Nice intro, outro. I hope to see a brick and mortar. I do. It would be great. There's a place for it. Pipe Cottage. He's a Southerner, and of course I'm gonna identify with Southerners. I'm a Southerner. The Pipe Cottage. Check it out. Look for it. He's gonna grow. Next is the Pipe Nook. Eddie Gray. Well, this guy runs a business. And he did sell tobacco, and he may be back doing it again, but he had his own store. I think on like online store. Sold tobacco and pipes and accessories. It's really cool, man. Well, he's still up. He's still selling the pipes and things. I don't know if he's got back where he can do tobacco. He can still do it mail order, but he's still got his store. The Pipe Nook, Eddie Gray. Love his channel. He's got a really cool room where he sits and he does his videos. He's got some movie posters on the wall. Seems like he might be an 80s buff. You know, probably not be from that generation. But he's made a lot of sense to me. A lot of times, if I was wondering about something pipe related, I would look and he might have a video on it. I would watch it and I would say, yeah, that makes sense. Eddie's making a lot of sense there. I like listening to him talk. He's got sort of the way he does his videos. Again, it's just another guy that just sits there and kind of talks. I think think he's done a few reviews. So, Pipe Nook, Eddie Gray. All right, I think this brings us to number 12. This is an even dozen. And we're at Stuffing Things. Good friend Bradley. Awesome channel. Great channel. Awesome dude. Love his pipe tobacco reviews. That's mainly the stuff I have watched from him, is just been his reviews. He's been very steady and steadfast with his reviews and consistent, and I like it. And if there's a blend I'm wondering about, I will always see if he's got a review on it. And I love the way he does it. It's very professional, and he talks about the blend, and he's very, very astute at what he's tasting. It's well put together. It's great content. He does way more content than pipe stuff, so it's not just a pipe channel by any means. He does a lot of other content, great content. And I will watch some of that sometimes. If he has a topic he's just talking about, I will watch it, just because I like hearing his views, and he makes a lot of sense to me. I just like it, the dude in general, Bradley. He's got a cool little studio he does it, and I've watched his channel grow, you know. He's got a cool studio where he does his videos. Yeah, Stuffing Things. He likes kind of, I think, more sort of less flavored blends. He's pretty vocal about that. He doesn't like blends with a lot of flavorings, but he will review a blend anyway. He'll do a blend even if it's not one he thinks he might like. He'll review it, but he leans toward, one of his favorite blends is Elizabethan. That's a vapor. So check him out, Stuffing Things. Well, that's a dozen. There are more that I watch. There's a lot of great pipe channels out there, great pipe content, and I'm very grateful for the YouTube pipe community, and I'm grateful for the content, and grateful for you guys for taking the time to film the videos and map them out and pick topics to discuss. And somehow there's content out there that I have needed and have found, and it's because you guys have put in the work, and I appreciate it. And I am over the moon to be a part of the YouTube pipe community. Boy, this is some nice, good HGL. Quiet. In the woods.